Kia ora koutou. I'm Mandy from WWF New Zealand, and happy Māui Dolphin Day. It's so cool that we can still come together, even in lockdown, to celebrate Māui dolphins. WWF has been working to help save Māui dolphins for over 14, 15 years now. They're such a special creature. They're so special and unique to New Zealand. They only live on the west coast of the North Island, up by Auckland and Raglan down to Wanganui, and they've evolved there for more than 10,000 years, far longer and before people had ever come to New Zealand. They are the smallest marine dolphin in the world. The adults are only about 1.5 meters long, and the babies are about 60 centimeters, just over 60 centimeters. So they're tiny and gorgeous. Like many other dolphin species, they're curious and quite adventurous. They're coastal animals, so they like to sort of be close to the coast and stay in the murky water to stay hidden from their from sharks. Seven-gill sharks like to nibble on them, also orca. But they are adventurous, so sometimes they can be found well offshore. Recently, there was a pod about 30 nautical miles offshore around an oil rig. So they're obviously checking it out, probably because of the noise. And yeah, so they're a coastal dolphin. They're completely unique and precious for us. They're also on the brink of extinction, as we well know. They're the most endangered dolphin in the world. And that's because of the way we've been using their habitat. So the way we've been using the oceans have caused threats to them. So fishing nets pose a threat. Sometimes they get entangled and drown in the net. We've also been mining and seismic surveying in their habitat, which disrupts, essential behavior like feeding and talking to each other and communicating, looking after young. So all those kind of disruptive activities have pushed them to the brink of extinction. There's also new threats, threats that we're just learning about. So there's Toxoplasmosis, which is a disease that comes from cat poo. And the scientists think that it's so deadly for the dolphins because our dolphins evolved in a place that didn't have cats for those tens of thousands of years. So when people have brought cats to New Zealand, the dolphins have not got a defense against that disease. So that's also affecting them. So what WWF does to try to save the dolphins is we're looking at all those threats and we're trying to get rid of all those threats from their habitat. So we're working with fishing companies, we're working with government managers to remove the threats from their entire habitat and give them a safe sanctuary, a true sanctuary, so that they can recover and come back. At the moment, we're continuing our work trying to get the public to report sightings of the dolphins so that we can find out more information about where they swim. But we're also looking at new technologies, so using drones to watch where the dolphins are going and find out how they use their habitat. We don't know much at all about how they use their habitat at night or during winter. So those new technologies are going to give us some amazing new tools to improve our understanding about how to protect the dolphins. So I just wanted to say thank you guys. Your community, like the community of people that love the dolphins, which is basically all of New Zealand, are so essential to force the government to do everything they can, put the pressure on the government to make the best decisions possible for the threat management plan. So those decisions are coming up any month now. And all of your passion and love is so vital to give the government the bravery they need to take real action this time. And just before I go, I just want to say amazing job in stopping the sand mining operation that was going to threaten the health of the marine ecosystem in the southern range of the dolphins. That is such a huge win. So that company, Trans-Tasman Resources, they won't be sand mining in the habitat, the southern range of the Māui dolphin. So that's a massive win, and that's thanks to Chasm and all that community, all the people in New Zealand that work together. And it's a really good example of together possible. We can really save these dolphins if we all work together and find those solutions and keep fighting for them. So thank you so much, and happy Māui Dolphin Day, and take care, everybody. Ka kite anō.